Yeah, we all think that we're pros behind the wheel. Nobody wants to believe that they are a bad driver. It is always everybody else on the road that is the problem, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably not as good of a driver as you actually think. I mean, don't believe me? Let's see how many of these bad driver habits you actually are guilty of. I was guilty of way more than I thought. So, today on Idealist, we're looking at 10 signs you are actually a bad driver. I'm Brad, this is Ideal. Buckle up, because it's showtime. Let's go. And as we know, driving can be stressful. But did you know stress can cause erectile dysfunction? That's where today's sponsor, Roman, is here to help. If you're experiencing issues in the bedroom, it's gonna make it very challenging to be confident. A lot of the times, it makes you not even wanna put yourself in the position to grind the gears. But don't stress about it because Roman's got you covered if you're ever struggling with ED. Roman's gonna set you up with a free online visit with a healthcare professional, and if medication's appropriate, they're gonna prescribe it to you. They're going to send it to you with free 2-day shipping in a discreet unmarked package, no awkward visits to the doctor required. And if you're struggling to last longer, they also offer Roman swipes, which are super convenient, they fit in your wallet, they're clinically proven to work, and they don't even require a prescription. Because Roman is sponsoring today's video, you know they're gonna be hooking it up. When you use our link down below, treatments start as low as $3.20. So go to ro.co/idealmedia today for 20% off your first order if prescribed. I've dropped the link down below to make it super easy for you guys. Again, it's ro.co/idealmedia for 20% off. That's ro.co/idealmedia for 20% off your first order. Now, back to the bad drivers. This is a telltale sign of a bad driver, but it's also the easiest to fix. Turn on your blinker with your hand and it only takes you a few centimeters. Literally just a flick of the wrist. It's a great way to alert other drivers that you might be changing lanes or turning at an intersection. It's literally the OG instant message. Turn signals give a critical bit of information to other drivers who might be closing in on you in the same piece of road where you're about to place your car. And if you can't be convinced to do it for the sake of others, then at least do it for the sake of your own rear bumper. Shots fired, BMW enthusiasts. Speaking of rear bumpers, don't you just hate it when the car behind you feels like they're trying to shove their radiator up your you-know-what? Tailgating is dangerous. It's responsible for up to 1/3 of all accidents on the road. Also, tailgaters, remember all those enthusiasts out there trying to save the manuals with this best-selling Ideal T? They need a little extra room at lights, stop signs, and in stop-and-go traffic, since manuals can roll backwards that millisecond before they go into gear. So, give them the proper distance to avoid rear-end collisions. And remember, the only time it's okay to tailgate is in a stadium parking lot with some lawn chairs, a grill, a pigskin, and your boys. Let's say that you're driving and you come across a red octagon with the letters STOP on it. What do? A, come to a complete stop, check for traffic, then go. B, slow down and glance around, then gun it. Or C, ignore the strange octagon sign completely. It's a dumb question, right? We all know we're supposed to stop at stop signs. But sometimes it can be sort of tempting to roll through them. I mean, I know how it is. You're at an intersection in the middle of nowhere. You got a stop sign, so you slow a bit, look both ways, then gun it across the intersection. But you never actually stopped, and that's the problem. Rolling through a stop sign is a bad driving habit. And when you inevitably come across an unfamiliar intersection where you don't have a clear view of the traffic, that roll through could result in a $200 ticket or even cause a collision. Okay, the sport of drifting. It is awesome. Veering in and out of your lane, well, is not. And I'm begging y'all to stay in your lane, literally. If you can't keep your car between the lines, well, you shouldn't be driving, full stop. If you constantly find people honking at you or moving 2 or even 3 lanes away before they pass you, it's probably because you're drifting lanes. And that's a sign that you are a worse driver than you think. Or your clapped out Jeep may have some death wobble and that's a serious problem. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you this one, but distracted driving is dangerous driving. Anytime, any place, any speed. Whether you're changing the song, checking a text, or watching the latest Idealist video, it is never cool to be on your phone while driving. And if you are watching this video behind the wheel, well, put down your phone, please. I mean, we really appreciate the view, but please just wait until you get home to watch. Plus, once you get home, it'll be way easier to like this video and subscribe for more Ideal content. Going too slow can be more dangerous than driving too fast. I mean, going 55 in a passing lane when the speed's 70 miles an hour is a recipe for disaster. Driving too slowly makes you a moving obstacle for other drivers around who are going the proper speed. It forces other drivers to weave their way around, pass on the right, or slam on their brakes when they realize they're closing in on you much quicker than they expected. And speaking of brakes, brake lights are there to indicate to other drivers that you are decelerating. Brake coasting is when someone puts their foot on the brake but only slightly decelerates and rides for a long distance with the brake pedal down. This has become way more common as more and more hybrids and EVs have hit the roads. It's a classic Prius move. Coasting or riding on brakes for a long time with minimal deceleration might regenerate your hybrid battery, but it basically means cars behind you can no longer tell if you're actually trying to slow down, or you're just trying to get some juice. Luckily, brake regeneration algorithms are getting way better. Go check out our new Prius video up here. It's actually a pretty ideal car. We understand if you're out there trying to save the manuals, well, there's plenty of times you're gonna need to take one hand off the wheel. But once you get your shift into gear, get your hand off your stick and back on the wheel. One-hand drive gives you minimal control over your vehicle. So if you need to make a sudden evasive maneuver, all it takes is a slip of the fingers to put your car into the wall. If you're one of those drivers who thinks other cars are always turning into you, cutting you off, and jumping into your lane like you never were even there, well, hear me out. Maybe it's actually you. I'm sure you've been genuinely cut off by a bad driver before, but if it's a daily occurrence, maybe it's because you're not paying attention to other drivers' blind spots. Avoiding other cars' blind spots is one of the easiest ways to save yourself and your body panels from harm. Now, for the number one sign that you are a bad driver. If all your coworkers, your friends, and your family refuse to drive with you, no matter how ideal your car is or how expensive gas gets, if they stay away, it's for a reason. I mean, maybe you just need a shower and some new air fresheners, but it is probably your driving. And if every time that they do ride with you, if their hand is firmly gripped on that handle the whole time, then yeah, it's definitely your driving. So there you have it, 10 signs you might actually be a worse driver than you thought. How many of those are you really guilty of? Be honest in the comments below. Also let us know if we missed anything. And since you love this vid, go check out this Idealist vid up here or what YouTube recommends you watch down here. I'm Brad, this is Ideal. Like, subscribe, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.